Absolutely yes. There is a God, and I can tell you why. I'm going to come from a cosmological argument, cosmos meaning world and logos meaning word. When we look up into the universe says that there is a God. Some say that the world just formed out of nothing, but we know that every effect has to have a cause. And I believe that God is the first cause. Some say that the world began in a Big Bang, but I can say if the Big Bang happened, then the Big Bang had to have a cause. And something bigger than the Big Bang had to cause it. So on this argument, we stand to say that every cause has an effect. The reason why the earth and the universe was brought into existence was because God created it, and we call him the first cause. Let's look at it from a theological argument perspective. That means that to every design, there has to be a designer. We understand that the universe is designed. It is arranged. And so to every design, there is a designer. And since the universe is designed, we understand that there had to be a great designer which designed it. Let's look at it from an anthropological argument position. That means man. Man says that there is a God. We say that there is a God. Since we was born and made intelligent being, then there had to be a more intelligent being to create us. So we say, some say that man was bought from matter, but we say that intellect is above matter. Matter of fact, man moves matter, manipulate matter, so that means that we are above matter and it's not reversed. Is the Bible reliable? Yes, absolutely. The Bible is, we believe, and I believe that the Bible is the authoritative word of God. It is how God reveals himself to man. One of the ways that God reveals himself to man. Some would say that the Bible was just a book written by man. I would say that is true. But the Bible was inspired by God, who caused man to write it. Why could God allow suffering, pain, crime, and all this? This is one of the most contradictory questions and one of the most troubling questions, even in Christendom, even in among Christians, because some people want to know why. Well, in order to know that, we got to go back to the beginning. God created man, and God told man to be fruitful and multiply. He gave him a specific thing not to do, and that was to eat off the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. So man chose on his own free will to sin. Man, Adam, chose to sin, and sin, God told him that the day they do this, they will surely die. And so through Adam, sin entered into the world. Let's put it like this. It's just like throwing a rock in a pond. The rock is just one thing, but once it's thrown into the pond, the ripples go abroad. And this is what sin did. Sin went abroad. Why is it crime? Well, crime comes through free will also. God gave us the free will to choose to do right or wrong. And if that was not so, if he just would have stopped Adam, then we would have just been mere robots. But God gave us the right to choose. And because Adam chose to disobey God, this is how sin and suffering entered into the world. Does life have purpose? Well, to answer that, we have to go back into the beginning. When God created man, we believe that God created man. When God created man, the purpose of man was to be fruitful and to multiply and enjoy what God have created for him. Everything on this earth was created for man. The heavens, the birds, the animals, the trees, the whole earth was created for man. And in order for us to understand does life have purpose, then we have to have a relationship with the Creator. Yes, life do have purpose. And the purpose of life is to have a relationship with the Creator. And in order for you to find this purpose, then you have to find a relationship with Him. Life does have purpose, and the purpose of life is found in God the Creator. I believe that there is one God, and He is the God of the Bible. But I also believe there are many false gods, and this is the reason why God called Himself God of gods.